master of mouths, king of characterization, prince of pronunciation, infinite impersonator, the architect of audible. Is anybody buying this yet? Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage every voice you've heard and will hear, including this one, is
Thank you, boy. I love that announcer. He's so great. I'm kidding. Are we having a good time? Are we ready for the final show in Star Wars Weekends 2011? I am so touched that you're here with me. My name is James Arnold Taylor, and of course most of you probably know me as the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars, the Clone Wars, yes. But, you know, I've got to tell you, my career as a voice actor began a long time ago in a studio far, far away, before the Force brought Obi-Wan and I together. But, you know, the question is, what is a voice actor? Well, basically someone who spends their time in a little padded room talking to themselves. And in my career, I've done an awful lot of that, but I love to perform. And at times, I've had to overcome a lot of things to do it. But I believe that your dreams are always worth pursuing, and I hope to encourage you to pursue your dreams tonight by sharing a little about mine. And since it is Star Wars Weekends, I thought I should get some help from my alter ego, yeah? So, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Yes, James, I'm here. Well, I see you have some friends. Welcome, everyone, to Star Wars Weekends. I should be checking in throughout the show to see how you're doing, James, so do be mindful.
Oh, of the Force?
No, of the time. Move along.
Move along. He always gets me that way. Well, okay, so for me, it was always about voices and sounds and pretending to be different people in different places at different times as a kid. It was the theater of the mind, and it was my escape from the troubles that surrounded me. And you know where I first learned about voices was tapes of old radio plays. These were the best. I would listen to them over and over again. I'd study them. Let me put it this way.
The 1930s to the 1950s were known as the golden age of radio. Radio was the forerunner for all entertainment today. Before you could watch television, you had to listen to radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. WJAT Radio brings you all the entertainment that's fit to voice. Yes, radio is comedy.
Yeah, who's on first, what's on second, and who's on third?
So who's playing first?
Yes.
I mean the fella's name.
Who?
The fella playing first base.
Who is on first?
Well, what are you asking me for?
Seriously, learn $100.
Well, now, really? Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
I love you, Margot.
And I love you, John, but
There's someone else, isn't there?
no.
No? Then why don't you tell me who this is?
Hello, Margot.
Sports! The champ is really in bad shape. The champion has got him on the ropes. He's giving you a left, and a right, and a left, and a right, and still another left, and another right. Music, baby, how sweet can be. Light you from a candy tree. Hearty kisses from the vine. News!
Daylight Europe, 1945. The German High Command surrendered their forces to the Allies. Hitler's minions have given up the fight. And suspense.
I'm telling you, whatever you do not open that door. But I must see. Trust me, nothing can prepare you for what is on the other side. Well, I must.
Hello, Margot.
Yes, the world of entertainment at your fingertips through the miracle of radio.
They were so exciting to me. And the other thing that was exciting to me was animation. I would watch and study those as well. We called them cartoons back in those days. And for me as a kid in grade school, I loved nothing more than sitting at my desk during class and doing recreations of my favorite cartoons for my classmates. See, because this was before the internet and YouTube and DVDs and DVRs. VCRs were brand new back then, and they cost like $1 million. So basically, I was TiVo. Open the door! Hello. You ain't paid the rent yet, mouse.
Gee, Chef. What, man? Right, Goofy?
All right, Mickey.
Right, Donald? Donald? Uh-oh.
Yeah, see, I never actually talked like Donald, but I could sneeze like him. As a teenager, I was still recreating scenes, but now from my favorite movies.
Too bad the Ovinos don't know the way I do.
Yes, too bad. You could warn them, if only as local Beatles. Hakala Matusu! Hamata! Your powers are weak,
You can't win that. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Oh, wait a second, Doc. Oh, you telling me you built a time machine? A DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you gotta build a time machine into a car, why not build it in style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
Well, this is heavy. So I had all this going on in my head, and I wanted to do something with it, so I took it all to the stage. At the age of 16, I wrote an act and I became a stand-up comic. At 17, I got a job at a radio station sweeping up. And the pay was consistent. There wasn't any. That is until one night when the overnight DJ didn't show up, and they asked me to fill in for him. See, for months I'd been watching the DJs and studying how they worked the equipment and the knobs and the microphones and all that. And I would go into the production rooms at night and do my own fake shows and commercials. So the boss knew this and decided to give me a shot at it. It was like out of a movie. From there, I was on my way. At the age of 21, I moved to Hollywood and syndicated radio, where I wrote, voiced, and produced thousands of comedy bits for radio stations all over the country. It was fantastic. I was making a living with my voice. It was great. I loved radio, but see, I knew that what I really wanted to do was be a voice actor. So I put a demo together, and after a few years of persistence, I got an agent. You know, some of my first voiceover work is playing right here at Disney's Animal Kingdom ride, Dinosaur. Some of my first big animation work was for Disney as well, voice-overing Michael J. Fox for Atlantis: The Lost Empire. I even got to take over for Michael in the sequel, Milo's Return, which is now available on Disney DVD. But you know, it wasn't all overnight for me, and it isn't for most voice actors. We go through a lot of struggling, a lot of practicing, and a lot of auditioning. Auditions are where most voice actors spend most of their time, and you have to be able to give them whatever they're looking for, no matter what they throw at you, and you really have to be ready for just about anything.
Okay, James, get yourself comfortable. We want you to sound very real, casual, conversational. We're looking to get you to read this in about 1.7 seconds. Don't give it too much emphasis, and make sure it's not too announcery, okay?
Okay.
Okay, well, we're rolling here on take one, whenever you're ready.
Use only as directed.
Great. Okay, let's try one a little more conversational.
Use only as directed.
Now more serious,
Use only as directed.
but with a bit of a smile,
Use only as directed.
but also with concern.
Use only as directed.
Maybe more quizzical.
Use only as directed.
What if we needed it in 3.8 seconds instead of 1.7?
Use only as directed.
Okay, now stretch it out, but go back to 1.7 seconds.
Use only as directed.
How about with a German accent?
Use only as directed.
New York, maybe?
Use only as directed.
British?
Use only as directed.
Yeah, more Cockney.
Use only as directed.
How about French?
Use only as directed.
Romanian?
Directed, use only as.
Woman sound.
A woman.
Use only as directed.
Whisper.
Use only as directed.
And more staccato.
Use only as directed.
Pianissimo?
Wouldn't that kind of be like whispered?
What's that?
Nothing. Use only as directed.
Now, that sounded like whispered. Can you give us just a regular announcer?
Use only as directed.
Now energize it.
Use only as directed.
Bigger.
Use only as directed.
Bigger and faster.
Use only as directed.
Faster and bigger.
Use only as directed.
Bigger.
Use only as directed.
Okay, stand by. All right, James, we got it. We're actually going to go with, let's see. Oh, yeah, the first take we did. Hey, thanks so much for coming in.
Now you know why it's a padded room. Ooh, boy. Well, you know.
Well done, James. No doubt all that experience prepared you for your greatest voice challenge.
Oh, Fred Flintstone. Yeah, you know.
No.
Johnny Test?
No. I was referring to a certain Jedi.
Oh, of course. Plo Koon. Yeah.
Between you and Anakin, why do I bother?
I don't know about Obi-Wan, but I love Plo Koon. He's a great Jedi. Anybody else like Plo Koon? Well, for those of you that don't know, I'm actually the first person to give Plo Koon a voice, and it's a great honor. But a greater honor for me is director Dave Filoni on The Clone Wars. This is his favorite character. So the direction Dave gave me when coming up with the voice was one word: Gandalf. He wanted that Ian McKellen sound, and with a voice like that, it's hard to not sound important. In fact, it's said that a great thespian can take things and make them sound dramatic or exciting or compelling, anything. I mean, from like stereo instructions to, say, the phone book.
Smith. John. 316. Willow Glen. 5. 5, 5. Stereo speaker installation. Walls connecting the left and right speaker interfaces. One must be certain to make the connections properly. For if the cords are not firmly plugged in, no sound shall pass!
So, for Plo Koon, I give it my best, Ian McKellen, and then sound design genius Matthew Wood gives it his best. And with a bit of
Pitching and processing, a Jedi Master's voice is born.
you know, for me as a kid, it was always a dream to be at least one famous cartoon character. But I gotta tell you, I never knew I could turn on the TV. Hey guys, sorry we're late. And hear
Next, animation domination continues with...
Hey, Lindsay, I miss my friend.
doing so many voices.
Bonnie!
Or play video games with my voice in them.
It is time for you to take up command and help us turn the tide.
You know, on Clone Wars alone, besides Obi-Wan and Plo Koon, I get to play so many different characters. And in the clip you're about to see, every voice you hear is me. And if I've done my job right as a voice actor, you may have never known. Enjoy.
We can do this the difficult way or the simple way. The choice is yours.
What are you reaching for?
Stand down!
You can't take us on, Jedi.
Would you like to try and prove your theory?
Start the machine. Time for the Jedi to meet with his fatal accident.
Can I help you?
May I help you?
What seems to be your problem?
This one was faster than most. I've lost the scent.
These are transitions. You're going to release us and hunt us down for sport.
Try and keep up, clone.
You're looking a little too young to be a Jedi.
1,000 apologies, young one.
With regrets, I report that my fleet will no longer be able to provide protection for the troops on Ryland.
Senator Tucci, you are given the authority to negotiate a peaceful settlement between the sovereign planet of Pantora and the Titans.
It is decided then.
Welcome back.
I must say, you're not at all what I pictured. Someone with such a soft voice.
Take them to interrogation. Torture them slowly.
Oh well, just another boring day saving the universe.
May the Force be with you.
Yeah, just me in a little padded room talking to myself. See, this is how people that spend their time in front of the camera sometimes feel about voiceover. A little crazy and kind of restricted. I got out of this in rehearsal. Let me see. That's not gonna happen. Okay, so when you're doing voiceover, you can't rely on those good looks to get all the acting out. No, you have to rely on your 2 little vocal cords, and you can have no inhibitions when you're voice acting. What I mean is, you can't worry about making a funny face or a funny sound, you know, because the show for me that really puts it to the test is Johnny Test. Now, on the show, I play 11-year-old Johnny, whose genius twin sisters use as their test subject. Get it? Yeah. Okay, thank you. So anyways, it's great fun to be Johnny, but I do have to tell you, it requires some vocal acrobatics, all of which I have to do in front of this microphone without a lot of movement. Even if I get turned into a fish and beat up by an angry dolphin. See, I can't move, but you know, for me as a voice actor, I don't feel restricted by it. It's like the voices, they set me free, you know? They make me feel like this. Free from the chains of the vocal booth and the microphone. So, I can voice Johnny and many other characters on the show without restrictions.
Imagine a voiceover that can actually turn a boring old day into an exciting movie. Stand back, citizens, for this looks like a job for Johnny X!
Johnny X, I, Dark Beacon, will destroy you.
Man, is it hard to breathe with this thing on.
And you'll need some help from me, Mr. Mittens. And me, the Beekeeper.
Help!
Portbelly is under attack by bad guys.
But who are they super evil villains and where in the world is Johnny X to save us?
More on that after a word from our sponsor.
I'm Dark Beacon. Try my pilot a honey bar.
So are you guys gonna, like, take over the world or the universe or something?
Don't know yet. We're kicking around some ideas.
Ooh, I like Johnny's suggestion of taking over the world. Anyone else taking over the world?
You know, on second thought, let's leave all the voice acting to James Arnold Taylor, huh?
There's no voice that can tell you, James. Well done. I do find it hard to believe that voice comes from the same throat as mine, but...
It's really true and it's really awesome!
Oh my. Let's see a medical droid about this. Carry on, James.
Okay, thanks, Master Kenobi. I hope he's all right. Well, you know, it's a bummer he left, though, because I was just about to explain how he and I came together. You see, back in 2002, when I first auditioned for the Jedi Master for the micro series of the Clone Wars, I had no idea. Yeah, all right, we love it, yeah. I had no idea what I was reading for. I was humbled and stunned to find that I would be voicing Obi-Wan Kenobi in a Star Wars cartoon. I mean, this is the coolest thing ever, right? But, you know, the only problem with the micro series was exactly that. It was micro. At 3 minutes each, I'd go into a recording session and say maybe 3 or 4 lines, most of which were usually, Anakin, Anakin, Anakin. But the best part about it was I also got to voice Obi-Wan in the Revenge of the Sith video game. And another game. Well, the great thing about that game was it was being made at the same time as the movie. And so I was asked to double Ewan McGregor's voice as closely as I could. And there was a specific scene from the film that we needed to recreate for the game. And I had to watch that over and over. And I'm told that the folks at Lucas really locked me in as his double once they heard me do this scene. It was a scene that I think we all pretty much know and love. It's my favorite scene from the film. And it goes something like this. You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness! You were my brother, Anakin! I loved you! Ewan McGregor, huh? So, at this point in my career now, whenever I do Obi-Wan Kenobi, I try to do my best to pay proper tribute and homage to both the amazing Sir Alec Guinness, these are the droids you're looking for, and the fantastic Ewan McGregor. I have a bad feeling about this. So, now, as I mentioned, my work as Obi-Wan Kenobi started as a voice double. Now, what is a voice double? Well, that is somebody that takes the place of a celebrity when that celebrity is not able to do it themselves. And through my years of working on some of the biggest movie franchises and video game franchises and Back to the Future and Transformers and Star Wars, I found that we all come from the same place. Now, what I mean by that is all voices are tones. And basically, you can get from one tone to the next by dropping it down a little, or getting a little texture, raising it up a little, or giving it an accent. Let me give you an example. Let's just start with my regular voice. Good luck. Thank you. Yeah. Well, okay, so if we start right about here, say, and we change just small aspects of it, we find that there are many actors' voices who are very similar to mine. One that I recently discovered that I love is Michael Emerson from Lost. He played, remember, Benjamin Linus. Well, he had such a way of talking that everything he said sounded a little creepy and just a little off. Now, if we take the creep factor out and we make it a little more folksy, well, then you get Ron Howard. If you lose the folk and give it some soul, you get Justin Timberlake. Now it's becoming like a social network of voices. Use some wizardry in a British accent, you get Daniel Radcliffe. Lay it back, give it a bit of a twang, you get yourself Matthew McConaughey. Shift it over just a little and you get Christian Slater, who if you drop down in tone is champions. You raise it back up and seem less interested and you got David Spade. And you are, I'm Nick Lovin, and I totally sound just like, whoa, wait a second, Doc, it's me again, Michael J. Fox, right? So let's drop it down in tone and you get Shia LaBeouf. Well, wait a second, Optimus, you mean to tell me my car is a robot? Well, this is like, unbelievable, I gotta go tell Sandy because it's crazy the way these voices intertwine. And the way I break up a sentence structure is not that dissimilar to a smarter than the average man. Hey, roughy boy. Hey, Fred, there is Sammy. To properly connect the voices there, you just gotta. You talking to me? Huh? You talking to me? Huh? If I'm curved with you, I'm sorry. It's just. I love you, Spartacus.
Oh, Yogi, they all sound the same. I'm gonna tell Mr. Ranger and he'll knock him off on the can of films. Oh yeah, like a can of spinach.
Well, blow me down and hoo-ha, you know what I mean? You ever notice how Pacino slowly turning into Jim McNuttall stand for taxi, okay. I mean, great Scott, there's a direct correlation between voices. This is temporal experiment number 1. If you take Dr. Emmett Brown and teach him karate, you get Hong Kong Fooey, number 1 super guy. Give him a British accent and you get John Hurt. Take away the accent and bring it down to almost whisper, and it's Jack Palance. Actually, I think it's Eastwood Punk. Bill, go ahead, make my voice.
Well, that depends on your definition of the word voice, okay? And if you give mine a bit of a surfer twang, you get Nicolas Cage, who always starts a sentence here, but by the end, he's really hot and way up here. He's kind of like Frank Caliendo doing John Madden, or Dana Carvey doing Regis Philbin. He's out of control.
I'm not gonna do Dana Carvey. I'm doing George Bush Sr. Nah, be proved. I'm gonna do Dana Carvey doing Johnny Carson.
Of course, if I want to do the real Johnny Carson, I've got to drop that voice down and tone right about there, right? Hi-oh, or is it actually... Yeah, right. Guys, it's no Johnny Carson out there. It's Jack Sparrow, or sometimes a chocolatier. Oh, yes, or, this is making me madder than a hatter, Alistair. Funny with the matter and the hatter and... Whoa. Funny how? Funny like I'm a clown? Like I'm here to amuse you, huh? Because I'm not a clown. I'm a chicken hawk and you're my chicken. No, boy. I say you got it all wrong, son. I'm not a chicken. I'm a therapist, boy. What you need is a checkup from the neck up. Because it's an inconvenient truth that life is like a box of chocolates. I like the ones with the peanut butter. That's how it starts. And then there's running and screaming and it's like me in a relationship. It's a no-win situation. You ever heard of that? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because I sound like you sound like me. If we move our voices sideways, we get Paul Giamatti, you know? Oh, wait a second, you know, it's actually polarizing. You know what I'm saying? But the real question really is, who are these people? So it's like these, all these crazy voices like blend together. It's tricky. Tricky it is, yes. Near and far.
Right, Ricky, did you say tricky? Because I'm gonna tell you, oh yeah, in all respect to all. Oh, but if I did, that'd be great. Yes, oh yeah, but Demba,
Oh man, oh Shadbot, no.
Spot, Scott, Judy, get me off this crazy thing! Heavens to Murgatroyd, it's stage left even!
Alrighty then, ring it around town. Again. You know, as a matter of fact, we got a great show for you. That's all the time we have, so. That's all, folks.
I think it wise to wrap it up and end on this high note. You know, spending time with you, Jane, just made time that I can seem almost dull. It appears my transmission is breaking up. Enjoy the rest of the Star Wars weekends, everyone. And may the Force be with you. Always.
Thank you, Master Kenobi. May the Force be with you. That's gonna be some long distance, Bill, huh? Sorry, Disney. Last day too, boy. You know, I gotta tell you, I have had such a blast as the host for Star Wars Weekends. And what a great way.
You'll never find a kinder group of wonderful people than at Star Wars Weekends, yeah?
I love all of you people. You're so wonderful to me. And the question I often get is, what's next? Well, we have more seasons of Clone Wars. We have more seasons of Johnny Test, more video games like Ratchet and Clank, and I'm hoping for more opportunities to do this show for all of you in an expanded version somewhere. So spread the word if you could. Yeah? The main thing I really want to press to you, though, is when I was 4 years old, I knew I wanted to do voices, and I had a dream, and I stuck to it throughout my life. And I would do it no matter what. And I felt it was a good dream. I felt it was a fun dream. I felt it was one that was going to help other people laugh. And I hope I've made you laugh. I hope I've affected you tonight. And I've got to tell you that each one of you, whether you know it or not, you have a dream inside of you. And it may not be to be an entertainer, because I think we put too much emphasis on that in this country right now. But everybody has dreams. Anybody want to be a teacher? Anybody want to be an accountant? Anybody want to be a mom or a dad or just a good kid? Well, that's a dream, and I want you to pursue it with all you got, okay? I want you to take that dream, I want you to write it down. I want you to look at it on a regular basis, because it's going to help you achieve it. And every time somebody says you can't do it, and every time you say you can't do it, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, I can. You know, for me, about 6.5 years ago, I hit a wall in my dream. I bought a house with my wife because we were about to adopt our little girl from China, and this house ended up being a money pit. Everything went wrong that could go wrong, including having toxic mold in it, which I was the lucky one to find. And I lost my voice. And the doctor told me there was a good chance that my voice wasn't going to come back to its full potential. And this was right when I started voicing Fred Flintstone, Johnny Test. We were about to start production on the Clone Wars. I was in the middle of doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. This was not part of the plan. And that's the point. That's the thing about dreams. And that's the thing about life. Is it's not always in the plan. But you gotta press through. For me, I get on my knees. And that's what I do. If you do that, great. If you don't, find something that's gonna get you through. Get your friends to encourage you to pursue that dream and change the world that you live in. This has been such a fabulous experience for me, and I would be silly if I did not thank all these wonderful people in the booth back there that took the show. Vic, Elisa, Candace, John, Kim backstage, Ronaldo backstage, Alex backstage, all these wonderful people at Disney that lets you and me put this show on. And I especially want to thank Sharon Springsteen, Rob Hamburg, and my main man, Mark Renfro. I get very passionate about people pursuing their dreams and doing what they want, and I've been so blessed by all of you that I've met here at Star Wars Weekends. And I hope we have friends for life. I hope you visit me on my Facebook and my Twitter and all that. But I really hope you go after those dreams. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here right now. And I wouldn't be able to do this little part that I've done every night for the last 12 shows. So I'm going to do it one more time. You heard a lot of people here tonight, but remember, it was all just
one man, one throat, many voices. You have witnessed the local daredevil, the magician of mimicry, the little guy with a big voice in the little man room.
talking to myself. God bless you all. Thank you so much.